I'm Norwood, Fishbone bass player.
I'm Angelo, frontman, Fishbone, saxophone player.
Tell me, guys, what does it feel like, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, to be music royalty? Icons.
Well, it doesn't feel like that, really, until people like you say that we're royalty and icons.
Yep, and then that's when we go, oh yeah, that's right.
Like when I'm washing my dishes and the knife cuts my hand, you know, and then I gotta go take a dump and I get a septic infection because I wiped my own ass and shit got on my hands. Well, it doesn't feel like I'm royalty.
Yeah. Don't feel like royalty when I gotta pay a parking ticket to stand in line and go to court.
But you know what? When some young band that's like on the way up comes and says like you made me do what I do, I understand what that feels like, because I got to actually go to Larry Graham, who's my reason for playing bass, and say, yo, dude, I was a young guy and I was at your show, it was my first concert, and I knew I had to play bass. So I know what that feels like.
So
so that's royalty right there.
Kids today need a little more nuts in their Cheerios.
That's right. A little more dare in their devil.
They got enough honey, but they ain't got honey and nuts.
Now, what do you want to tell the kids of New Orleans?
Well, the kids in New Orleans, I think all the kids in New Orleans need to buy a new CD.
Crazy Glue.
Yeah, they need to buy the Crazy Glue CD. You need to buy all the rest of the Fishbone music if you don't have it. And you need to go and see the Fishbone movie called Every Day Sunshine.
Join the Occupy movement. Go stand up with the Occupy movement, because actually the Occupy movement got enough nuts in their Cheerios. They might eventually do away with the honey.
Yeah, they done away with the honey. They got nuts, rocks, pebbles, and all kind of nasty shit in there. And that's why, you know, the Occupy movement is there to get them out of there, man.
Yes.
You know, get them out.
But you know what? I love like the fact that actually there's a generation that was born into the heaviest technological advances the world has ever seen. And, you know, and that takes up a lot of time. Like every kid has to learn how to be the baddest ass at video games, you know, and they got to learn how to hack, and they got to learn how to, like, you know, how to steal music off the internet and get what they want, you know. So these kids got a lot to deal with, you know, as well as, like, you know, parents who don't know how to parent, teachers that don't know how to teach, and you know what I mean. So it's not the kids' fault, I don't think, but really, like, I'm looking for about like the 16 to 19-year-old protest songs to begin, because this is a generation whose peers, their parents, their brothers, their sisters, their uncles and aunts, they've all been in wars, and they lost limbs and got their heads blown off. They attended funerals, and like I'm like, where's the protest songs? Like, when have we had enough? Very fortunate to be able to touch the youth, the young adults, to the middle-aged and the elderly.
Are you seeing parents and kids at your shows?
Yep.
Together?
I've seen parents and shows at the parents and kids at the show together, man. I saw some today. This guy had his little son or daughter up around his neck with some headphones on. Probably right in the front row.
Now that's a child that's being taught the right way.
Yeah, that's right. And then there was another one, a dad and his son right up in the front, right on the edge of the barricade. So it's good when you see the parents bringing their kids to the shows. Get them started out right.
Now, one last question. You are in New Orleans. What do you like about New Orleans? The energy, the people. What is your favorite thing about coming here?
Definitely the energy. I love the food and the music and the art.
I think the people of New Orleans are really special. You know, there's a graciousness and an energy that the people have, and the love. Like the love for music. You see it in the streets. You know, you see it in the clubs. Sometimes it's cheesy, but sometimes it's brilliant. And even when it's cheesy, it's a lot of love in it. So it's all to the good. This is an amazing city.